Now, I keep hearing a lot of different things from legendary bodybuilders like Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman, Rich Kaspari, and kind of unanimously agree that the quality of bodybuilders went down in comparison to the 90s, early 2000s to now. The quality, the conditioning. Do you agree with those statements, or do you think it maybe got better? How do you feel about that?
I think the quality went down. Yeah,
You agree?
I think it did. Yes.
What do you think
Hmm.
causing that? I mean, because if you think about it, it should have improved, right? I mean, everything improving with the time and obviously the progress, with everything should so it should be actually improving.
I think the quality went down. Um, Not only in physiques but also in the presentations on stage. Um, what do you contribute it to? I think it's just a different era in time. It's just a different era in time. Everything takes a turn, and everything has its glory days. I can't think of any bodybuilder that actually even gets hurt in the gym anymore because most of them use machines, right? Um, so I think the whole approach is kind of sort of different. I know when I used to do things, I would diet, even though I'd break out into my training, but I would diet 3 months, you know, fish, rice, and broccoli. I would do cardio, an hour a day, sometimes 2 hours a day.
For conditioning, right? To get the
The
conditioning.
work, yeah, the work ethic was just it was just like I would get up, do an hour cardio on an empty stomach, eat my first meal, then I would train for about an hour in the gym. I would come home at 12 o'clock. I would take a nap till 2 o'clock. I would eat my meal at 3 o'clock. I would be back in the gym, training legs until for about 2 hours until 6 o'clock. I would eat a meal. Yeah, I would eat a meal, sleep in the gym, get up, do cardio again that night for like an hour on an empty stomach, take a shower, then I would go to bed. That's just one day. I would do that every day, 7 days a week for 3 or 4 months, So that kind of thing. And then you're talking about on a diet. I didn't eat ketchup on my diet. I didn't eat steak. I would eat fish, rice, and broccoli, plain food like that. And I would drink water. Once in a while I would eat turkey burgers. But I would go to that extreme place of suffering and doing without. I see guys put ketchup on. I see guys doing these things, and you would see your face just sink in, and your skin would be like paper thin after living like that, and you could barely even perform on stage. You feel like you're going to pass out on stage. We would have oxygen backstage because we were so lean and we were so depleted. And to get that conditioning, you got to go through some pain and suffering. And I just don't think the athletes is going through that pain and suffering. Very few athletes you see nowadays have an even skull face backstage at shows. I used to have cuts in my jaw muscles, you know, and we would show up at the press conference and be like, "Oh yeah, he's in shape," because you could see Sean Ray's face sunk in, you could see Flex Wheeler's face sunk in, you could see, um, Dexter's face sunk in, my face sunk in, Dorian face sunk in. It's just a different time. I don't know what they're doing
So maybe they don't
as far as
see as much at stake anymore to win the competition. Maybe it doesn't mean as much to them as it meant for you to get the titles. Do you think maybe that because they see
I
other
think
revenue streams that can be more beneficial for
I
them.
don't I don't think that. I think it's like you can only raise the bar as somebody who higher than the one that beat you, right? You know, Dwayne Yates raised the bar for us because he would get bigger, he would get hardy, he would get grainy. And I figured, well, you know what? The only way I can even stand next to him is if I can just get ripped and harder than he is, you know. And now it's just a different approach. I don't know what the guys are thinking, you know. Um, but there's nothing like having a nice, crisp, solid, crushed striation, shredded physique,
really? But it's not just that. I don't think that work and respect is put down like we did. A real champion is trying to win, and I want to beat the best guy in his best condition, so there's no excuse. I just never got that, and I know a lot of people looked at me like that.
I got this saying, and that saying is everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but nobody want to lift no heavy ass weight. What I'm really trying to say is everybody want to be good, everybody want to be on top, everybody want to be the best, but don't nobody want to go out there and make all the sacrifices that you have to do to be there.
Take that passion away from me. Bodybuilding is, my passion. This is what I'm good at.
You know what? I think sports pick you if you're smart enough to understand. The great thing about bodybuilding, anybody can work out. Anybody can work out. Anybody can achieve or look good.
It's a very hard sport. It's a very demanding sport. It would be that easy. Everyone could look like me and the other top 15 of the world. You have to be 24 hours of bodybuilding.
Don't get no better than this.